I've got some bad news to share with you. If your business is ranking number one in the Google organic search results, you're only going to be driving a fraction of the clicks that you would have just a decade ago. In this video, I'm going to explain why that's the case and what you can do about it so that you're driving as much referral traffic from the Google search results page as possible. If we haven't met yet, my name's Scott Redgate. I'm an online marketing coach and I've been in digital marketing for over 13 years. The purpose of this channel is to help you make more and spend less in your online marketing efforts and give you the confidence that you can manage your own digital marketing campaigns without hiring an expensive agency that doesn't understand your business to do it for you. Hey, before we dive in, make sure to grab my free 7-day online marketing jumpstart doc. You can get it at scottredgate.com/jumpstart, or I'll leave a link in the description below. All right, so obviously you want to appear in the top of the Google search results for searches related to your business, your products and services that you sell. But what I want to get across in today's video is that the impact that ranking number one has this year compared to just a decade ago is significantly less. And so I want to tell you what that difference is, and then I want to share with you what you can do about it to try to drive as many clicks as you did maybe a decade ago. All right, so I found this article on this website, reputation911.com. And what's interesting here is they have listed the percentage of clicks that go to page 1, page 2, page 3. Now, what's interesting is in this year, Google actually has one experience where technically there isn't a page 2 or a page 3. But you can take a look at this and understand what that means in terms of the farther down you are on the page, the less traffic that you receive. So for this study, page 1 received 91.5% of the clicks, page 2 received 4.8%, and then page 3 received 1.1%. And this article was written in 2015, and it says last updated last year, but I think the original data comes from 2015. Now, when you start to look at the positioning on page 1 of the Google search results, you'll see here that position 1 gets over 30% of the clicks, and position 2 is between the 10 and 15% range, and then position 3 is at the 10% range. Over the years, Google has updated and changed the look of the Google search results. So they are significantly different than they were over a decade ago. And so this article is from Search Engine Land in the year 2010. And you can see some of the updates that Google search was doing here. And you can see it in this graphic where they were adding a right-hand rail for advertisements. They were adding some filtering options on the side. And then they had the 2 advertisements on the top that were within a yellowish box, and then it went right into the Google search results, okay? So that was an update that happened in 2010. And so you can imagine if you were able to secure the number one organic listing in 2010 for the term iPhone, for example, you would appear right here where my mouse is hovering, and you would get a substantial amount of the clicks. I don't know if it would be quite at that 30+% level that we saw in the previous article, but you would get a ton of clicks. And now fast forward to today. And this is an article from Yoast.com. The Google search page has a lot more than what we just saw from that Search Engine Land screenshot. I mean, you've got product listings. You've got a lot more advertisements, 4+ advertisements on the top of the page. You've got these knowledge panels on the right-hand side. You've got more sponsored results. You've got snippets now in the organic search results. And you've got the knowledge panel, as we previously said. You've got people also ask results. You've got featured snippets, answer boxes. There is just a lot happening in the search page in 2024. And so as we discuss all of these visual elements on the search page, I'll never forget an article that was written on Moz.com in 2013 where they created a mega SERP, where they combined all of the elements that were possible in Google at that time onto a single search results page. So you could see if all of these things were combined on one single page, what it would look like. Now, the likelihood that all of these elements would appear on one single search page was unlikely, maybe even impossible, but you can get a feel as I scroll down here where you've got a lot of different things. You've got the advertisement, you've got recipe information, you've got nutritional facts, you've got calorie boxes, you've got images, you've got map listing, knowledge panels, right-hand rail ads. You can see there is just a lot happening even in 2013. And I would argue that in 2024, the results are even more cluttered. Okay. So let's say the year is 2010 and you were able to rank number one in Google. And let's say that you were able to get roughly 30% of the clicks for a particular search. You have to understand that this year, if you rank number one, you're not going to get that percentage of clicks for most searches. And so the question is, okay, so if you want to rank number one in Google, which is a great goal to have, but you're not able to drive anywhere near as many clicks, what should you do? Well, just because ranking number one, you're not getting the same amount of clicks as you did before, it doesn't mean that there's less searches out there. It's just the clicks are going to different parts of the Google search page. But it's not all doom and gloom because yes, I will say, if you rank number one, you're not going to get as many clicks as you would have 10 to 15 years ago. But that doesn't mean that there's less clicks and less searches out there happening. There's actually data that says that the quantity of searches that are happening in Google are at an all-time high. But if Google is starting to incorporate more video results, more images, more map listings in your results for searches related to your business, the solution isn't too complicated. You need to have a presence on these different platforms. And so what I mean by that is that if Google is starting to show video results for 50% of the searches related to your business, you need to have a presence on YouTube. You need to start uploading and creating videos related to the products and services that you sell. If Google is showing 4+ advertisements that take up the entire above the fold section of the screen on the Google search results for your business, you need to start showing advertisements. If Google is pulling in more local business information and map results, you need to make sure that your Google My Business profile is updated and that you're collecting reviews and that you're optimizing your presence there. The same goes with images on your website if you want to get more referral traffic from Google Images. And if there's a lot of third-party websites like Yelp that are being pulled into your search results, you're going to want to make sure to claim and have profile pages on those different websites. And if you're looking for more specifics on how to optimize these specific channels, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel because I have dozens of videos that go in the weeds and are very detailed about how to optimize these different elements. So in summary, if your business is ranking in the number one position in the organic search results, don't expect to receive the same amount of clicks that you would over a decade ago. The search page is so much more visual than it was just a decade ago. And so if you want to drive more clicks, in addition to ranking number one, you need to have a multi-channel approach where you're creating videos, you have a presence in Google Ads, you're optimizing your local listings with Google Maps, you're creating better image optimization techniques. You have a profile on third-party websites like Yelp. You have to have a multi-channel approach if you want to drive as many referral clicks possible from the Google search results page this year.